Small savings schemes and post office schemes are the go-to investment bet for a lot of people. Be it NSC, PPF, Sukanya Samriddhi Scheme or Senior Citizen Savings Schemes. So should you invest in them? Welcome to TOI Wallet Talks. In this video, Prableen Bajpai of Finfix explains the pros and cons of putting your money in small savings schemes. Today, we are discussing this very important topic of small savings schemes, post office schemes, which are a very popular and relatively safer investment bet that people look at. So, going individually, what about Public Provident Fund? Is it an attractive investment bet as of now? And also with the government actually introducing the new income tax regime, which is the default regime, and taking away benefits like, those under the Section 80C. So if you could just elaborate more on that.
You rightly mentioned about small savings schemes. Of course, I think they're a great product. They offer the twin benefits of government backing and security, as well as decent rates, even in times where the interest rates offered by banks are not very lucrative. Now coming to the Public Provident Fund. Public Provident Fund, I think, has been the backbone of savings for many individuals, and not since last 2 years, 5 years. It's been since decades now. It's been a wonderful scheme, and it is currently offering us about 7.1% compounding. So if somebody is investing 1,50,000 a year, that is the maximum which an individual can do. The person after about 15 years would gain an interest about 18 lakhs. So on an investment done of roughly 22 lakhs, you're getting an 18 lakh interest, and your total payout at the end of those 15 years would be 40 lakh plus, which is tax-free. So it is a wonderful product. It is tax-free. And of course, till now, a lot of individuals were using it, just like you mentioned, for their ATC deductions. Now with the new tax regime, there may be a bit of, let's say, lesser motivation for newer account holders to participate in this product. But if we are looking at it from an, individual's asset allocation point of view, and individuals, their own planning of how investments need to be done, it still remains a crucial component. Because even when we are investing for the long term, everything doesn't go to equities. There is a component of fixed income. So it either has to be in the form of long-term, GSEC securities somebody is holding. And alternatively, I think PPF, because of the ease of its understanding and its popularity, I think it will continue to definitely attract individuals, not only for those 15 years, but also for the next 5, the block years which it gives, with or without contribution that an individual can invest. And usually how the rates are set for these schemes, they are an average of about the last 3 months government securities, the long-term securities, what they've given. So I think that here, because the government is not going ahead with the old tax regime and would want to incentivize the new tax regime, maybe we won't see higher, let's say, interest offering on this particular product. That is what my personal opinion is, that probably it would hover around these rates only, and they would not make it more attractive than what it currently is. It had come down to about 6.9% during the COVID rate cuts.
Right. Okay. And what about senior citizen savings schemes? There were several budget announcements earlier this year that make them more attractive.
Senior citizen savings scheme, yes, has been actually made more attractive, because from the 1st April, the Pradhan Mantri PMVY Yojana, that has been discontinued. It wasn't extended. So earlier it was that you were parking 15 lakh here and then 15 lakh in addition to senior citizen savings scheme we were doing in PMVY. So now it's more of a cumulative 30 lakh that can be done in the scheme. So that actually makes, I think, investment planning easier for an individual. And as a couple, you can actually invest up to 60 lakhs, which is a decent sum. And it gives you, currently it is offering us about 8.2% returns, which is quite good. And the payouts are done on a quarterly basis. But here the payouts are taxable. So if somebody is already in a job where it is pensionable, or they have some other source of passive incomes coming, then maybe this scheme, whether they want to invest or not, has to be decided, because whatever will come their way on a quarterly basis will be added to their taxable income. But for pensioners who are looking at safety as well as having some regularity with the cash flows, it's a great product. Can be kept for 5 years and then extendable by another 3 years. And in addition to senior citizen savings scheme, I feel that investors can also look at the RBI floating rate bonds. That's another product I want to touch, though it is not a part of the small savings schemes. But because it is pegged to the national savings certificate, it gives us about 8.05% returns, and there is no investment limit there. So
Okay.
I think that is another good option, and it gives the interest payout twice a year.
Okay, and coming to the Sukanya Samriddhi scheme, it's actually a very talked about investment option. So how attractive is it?
Sukanya Samriddhi, when we talk to our investors, I definitely see a majority of them who have daughters have participated in this scheme, and it continues to be one of the preferred options at a 8% return, compounding with no credit risk, and the tax exemption at the time of maturity. All of these things together definitely make it a great product. But again, because usually this amount is kept for your child's education, considering the long-term holding period of the scheme. The little problem is that education inflation in India is at about, it is moving somewhere between 9 to 12%. What probably I paid for my college, the annual fee for college is lesser than what we are paying for my son's monthly school fee today. And that is how education inflation has been in India. And so even if some parent is planning for their daughters, I think they will have to look at whether it will be sufficient at the time of maturity or not. Because let's say somebody is investing 1,50,000, and with a 21-year-old maturity, if we take that today, if we start investing in 2023, the amount gets matured in 2044, they would be getting about 67 lakhs. Which will not be sufficient after 21 years. So definitely the asset allocation has to be again seen whether they would be able to meet their goals or not. But yes, again, a good product and a good addition from the point of view of your fixed income portfolio.
Okay, and tell us about the Mahila Samman Savings Scheme.
That has a capping of 2 lakhs on the maximum investment which can be done, and it's for 2 years. So starting from this year, for the next, this and the next financial year, it matures in 2025. It's giving us 7.5% returns, which is good. About 40% can also be withdrawn if required. And actually, if we see that it has actually gathered about 9,600 crores already, which is good, and they have opened about, I think, close to 16 lakh accounts. So the response has been good under the scheme, but it would cater to women who are looking at a goal of a shorter time period. It is not a long-term saving instrument, and 7.5 is good from the point of view of the next 2 years, definitely. And women investors can definitely look at it from the point of view of safety, and the flexibility is there. And if they have a goal, let's say 2 years from now, definitely it can be used. But it is not an instrument where a very big ticket size can be parked, or you can attach it to a goal which is with a higher ticket size or for the longer term.
Finally coming to the National Savings Certificate, time deposits, and even the monthly income schemes, which is the road one should take between all these three popular investment bets?
So amongst these, National Savings Certificate is a good instrument. It is currently offering us about 7.7% returns. Out of those, I feel NSC is good. Your money is compounded, but at the time of maturity, it is taxable. Likewise, for the time deposits, I think a 5-year time deposit is preferable among the other time periods for the time deposit, because the 5-year time deposit has a preferred premium. So there are 5 to 6 schemes within the small savings schemes where they are giving you a premium over and above the set formula. And the 5-year time deposit is one of them. Senior Citizen Savings Scheme, MIS, all these come under that. Again, a decent option, but I feel there are better alternatives to it which are available, because all of them are not coming with any tax benefits. They are basically from the point of view of safety and the familiarity that investors have with the post office schemes, because they've been there for a very long time and investors are aware of them. And the monthly income scheme, it is currently offering about 7.4% returns. And the good part of the scheme is that it is giving you an interest on a monthly basis. So somebody who's looking to manage their cash flows and invest for monthly needs, definitely. But I think, again, the capping on the maximum amount which can be invested would deter a lot of people, because a maximum of 15 lakhs as a joint holding or single holding is 9 lakhs. So out of 9 lakhs, when you're getting this sort of an interest rate on a monthly basis, the amount will not be significant enough for the cash flow needs. So I think out of them, my favorites for long-term savings would be definitely Public Provident Fund and Sukanya Samriddhi. And I think Senior Citizen Savings Scheme remains a great option for investors who are retirees. And the other ones, I think there are still other options available with a lot of passive debt funds, government securities now available to retail investors. So they'll have to choose the right schemes according to their own risk appetite requirements and financial goals.